Hey YouTube channel subscribers, how are you? This is author Sophia Nelson. It's been a minute, but thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for what you're doing out there on YouTube. Those of you who are purveying positivity and hope and spreading love and trying to help make this world a better place, I salute you, and that's what I'm all about too. So I wanted to take just a few minutes here to tell you how I'm going to use this channel from this day forward and what you can expect from Black Woman Redefine's YouTube channel, as well as from our website, from the book, from the workbook, and everything else that we're doing. I promised you that we would focus on personal development, on redefining, and on all things positive about Black women in courses and webinars, and we will start those this fall. I had a busy summer. I'm busy working on my next book. I got a ton of great stuff going on that I cannot wait to share, and you guys will see it all in the media soon. Very exciting. It's a great time in my life, personally and professionally and otherwise, and I'm just trying to enjoy the rest of my summer. So, as I've said many times before, first of all, YouTube is not something I use as a hustle. YouTube is not something I really care about that much as a platform, other than to upload videos, to share positivity, to talk about provocative issues and those things that deal with us as Black women. Everybody's welcome to this channel, but this channel for me is about redefining the image of African American women. Over the last few weeks, there have been a lot of news stories that deal with Black women, whether it's the pay gap, whether it is assaults on Black women, whether it is the alarming CDC report that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes on a second video that I want to dig into about the abuse and murder of Black women in this country at alarming rates. That's what we ought to be using this platform for. Let me tell you what's not going to happen on this channel anymore. Number one, to the trolls, haters, and those who have tried to do a flagging campaign and all that, you can see that you failed. I had to take some steps to protect my intellectual property here, to make sure that the powers that be knew that there was an intentional flagging campaign to try to get me removed off this channel. We know who did it. We know who they are. I'm not going to focus on those individuals anymore. Number two, I will no longer respond to, no longer mention, no longer deal with those African American men who've been on this channel trying to make ugly comments. The comments have been disabled on all of my videos, unfortunately, and we're doing that because it was recommended to us by counsel and some of the people we're working with at YouTube for the time being until we get this situation addressed properly and resolved. No more comments and postings allowed on any of my videos. It just keeps it hassle-free for my staff. It keeps people from fighting each other here on the channel and having disagreements. That's not what I want on anything that I do, because it's not how I live my life. My life has been dedicated to helping my fellow African American women and women. It's been that way for 25 plus years. I've won awards for it. I'm proud of my legacy. I'm proud of my books. So I don't have the time nor the energy to get on YouTube and fight with other Black women, which I don't do and I won't do. I've said it many times. I wish those who are trying to do good things for Black women well. I wish Crystal and Karazin and the other young lady, Asia Simone, well on their Anti-Defamation League. I think it's needed. I think it's a great thing. And anytime Black women are trying to do something positive, I'm all for it. As for me, I stated the reasons I wasn't going to be involved. I stated them. I stand by them. I have the documentation to prove it. I'm not interested in discussing it any further. So if you're looking for me to give a response to the videos that were posted about something to do with receipts, not interested, don't care, has nothing to do with me. As for that other person on YouTube that's been making my life a living hell and stalking and terrorizing and demeaning and threatening and thinking that he's having a good time with it, you just stay tuned on that. Like I said, we don't discuss that on this channel anymore. We don't respond to hate. We don't respond to threats. We don't deal with that because that's not who I am in the world. That's not the kind of people I deal with in the world. It's not my brand, and I'm not going to lower myself to get into those type of petty squabbles. So, as Michelle Obama said, when she was leaving office. When they go low, we go high. That's what this channel is about. This channel is about elevating Black women. This channel is about blessing Black women. This channel is about educating Black women and helping us to be aspirational and inspirational and do all the things that we're good at in the world. This channel is not about bashing Black men. I've said it before. I've done videos on it. I love Black men, and I'm going to continue to love them in spite of what some of them do, because that's not all of them. I'm going to have some great videos coming up, a series I'm going to do with Dondre Whitfield. Stay tuned for that, sisters. Yes, that's Remy from Queen Sugar. Happens to be a good friend of mine. We talked over the past week. He's aware of what's been going on. He wants to help. He wants to get involved. So we're going to be doing some positive videos together on Black male and Black female relationships and see how we can work together with our platforms to do some good. I'm going to be doing some stuff with Jackie Reed of Tom Joyner, and Jackie's got a new podcast with Joyanne, and I'm working with a whole bunch of amazing people, including my sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha, and other organizations, Delta Sigma Theta, to see what we can do to change the climate on social media in general. You know, I want to bring up something very important. It came, and I'm looking up at my bar because I want to read this article to you and give you the headline. It came to my attention the other day that Facebook had to issue an apology to a Black woman who they had taken off of their channel. Now listen to this. And their platform, because she was actually reporting and sharing some of the racist things that were being said about Black people on Facebook. Now, don't you find it ironic that YouTube tends to do the same thing, that the victims are often removed and victimized further, and those who are bullying, harassing, and practicing hate speech get away with it? Well, Facebook had to eat crow. Facebook had to reinstate her. Facebook had to publicly apologize, and it's all over the news. So if you Google it, you'll see that a Black woman who was on Facebook, who's an activist around race and issues similar to those here on YouTube, was removed, and they had to apologize and put her back on. But apologies aren't enough. We are beyond apologies at this point. Some of the things that are going on here on YouTube have been brought to the attention of the right people. And I want to say to those of you who've been working at this for a decade, for those of you who've been harassed, stalked, demeaned, bullied, and terrorized, frankly, I'm sorry. I wish I had known about this before. I didn't know anything about this until I became a victim of it. And that's when I got engaged earlier this year, and I promised you I was going to stay engaged, and I will, but in a positive way, in a way that affects change, in a way that changes policies, in a way that helps people and not hurt them. I realize that there are people who get on here on YouTube, and I didn't know this, who make their living on this. They have a hustle. They make money. That's not me. I don't need YouTube's money. As I said with that other organization being started, I don't need GoFundMe's. I don't need it. Don't want it. I have never taken a dime and don't want to take a dime and don't care to, because YouTube isn't how I make my living, and it never will be. So you can know when you come to this channel, you're going to get the authentic truth. I'm not going to hustle you. I'm not going to scam you. I'm not going to do any of that because I don't need to. So take reassurance that when you come here, this is going to be a place of refuge, a place of strength, a place of goodness, a place of where we fellowship, a place where we dialogue, a place where we have hard conversations, but respectful conversations. Again, I'm not lowering myself to what I've seen, not my brand, not who I am, not who I will ever be in this world. So thank you again for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments, and they will be welcome again when we open up comments sometime later this year when YouTube gets cleaned up from some of what we see. Until that happens, I won't subject you or me or our spirits to such filth and vulgarities and violence, frankly. Let's be change in the world. Let's be light in the world. Let's do good in the world. Sisters, do not buy into the videos out there saying that somehow we're attacking each other. It's not true. Don't engage it. Don't get upset about it. Let them talk. You know it's not true. Don't worry about it. Focus your energies on what you're doing that's good in this world and move forward from there. You guys, It's going to be a great last quarter of 2017. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the webinars that are coming. I'm excited about the change that's coming. Make sure you go to blackwomanredefined.org and sign up for our email list so that we can get you the information for these courses and for the things that I know you want and the things that I know you need. All right, stay tuned for a very important video coming next. God bless you.